Hello, it is Thursday on the Oncers, which means you're here with the Crimson Angel 100, and ooh, this was a really good episode. I don't know who. Okay, this was a very like action-packed, fast-paced episode because they had to please a lot of fans because they had to please the Rumbell fans for like getting Bell's memories back and Sneezy's memories back because he lost his memories in the season premiere. So I'm glad they finally worked that out. And okay, I will admit my prediction for the town exploding was wrong, but I'm not saying I wanted it to explode. I'm just saying I kind of saw that they might have done that. Like very much like Warehouse 13's finale or like an episode of Charmed in season 8 when Manor exploded and had to redo it. But I'm glad it didn't. And I will say that one of the one of the viewers of last week's video mentioned in a comment, Sam Winchester Forever mentioned that Neil would pop up in the Enchanted Forest with Aurora and Mulan, and Philip was there too. So you called it, and I'll give you major props for that because. So now's another thing they had to tie up, that not only is Neil alive, but he's safe with friends. So they're going to exchange notes on what happened on either side of, they're going to talk about Cora. He's going to say that, oh no, she's gone, we don't have to worry about her. So he's probably going to be on this quest with Aurora and Philip and Mulan to get a portal back to Storybrooke, not knowing that Emma and company is really in Neverland. So that's going to be this constant, but that they're probably not going to get back for a while because he has to recuperate and heal. Hopefully, I kind of like they didn't show the whole Aurora finding Philip storyline. They just kind of like Aurora and Mulan went to find him, but they never actually showed that story arc. Even if they just showed like 2 minutes at the end of each episode, um, like them getting closer and closer, and then at the finale they showed them with him, then it would have made a little more sense. But it just kind of like he popped out of nowhere. But anyway, so they had to tie up a lot of loose ends with that. Like Neil's still alive and he's with friends. Philip is still alive. You know, and of course, one thing I was ecstatic with, that something I wanted since the premiere of the season actually, that Emma to call her parents mom and dad. I've been dying for that. I've been dying for that. So when she finally said it, I'm not gonna lie, I watched this episode like 4 or 5 times because like for that scene alone, because I was so happy that she finally accepted it. And in my mind, I was thinking about it after I saw the episode. Um, I think because she knows that those are her parents. She got the memory whoosh at the end of season 1, so she knows the truth that those are her parents. But she never said mom and dad, in my opinion. I think because she didn't want to accept it in her heart, and she wasn't using magic, anything, because she wanted to keep the magic stuff at arm's length. She's still, because she's raised in our world. She's very raised with logic and reason. She's not raised with magic. So after she said mom and dad, she willingly helped Regina to close the Black Diamond trigger to just help her out. So I think now she's going to be more open to using magic, more open to casting spells and doing them just like nothing. So I think now, and thank you, Regina is part of the family. Regina is now part of the family. She's going to be Henry's other mother. She's going to be with them. Rumpelstiltskin, he needs to. Now that Belle's back, she'll keep him in line. But there's a whole little. There's so much I need to talk about because it's like I'm all over the place right now because it's like, all right. When Rumpelstiltskin gave Belle the scroll for like the protective spell to protect the town, I kind of have a feeling that that's not going to be the last time she's going to use magic. I have this feeling that she's going to use magic periodically in season 3. That she's going to, like, while he's away in Neverland, she's going to go through his stuff and, explore magic. Kind of how Willow did in season 6 of Buffy. That is to say, I'm not going to say that she's going to go crazy and go evil and try to kill the town, but, I think she's going to get more explosive into using magic and using it more openly, along with Emma and everything. And with them going to Neverland, I kind of have this thing where, with the way they depict it, they haven't showed Peter Pan. That I think I could throw away my theory that Neil slash Bellfire is Peter Pan. And I'll admit it, from what I saw in the finale, it looks like he's not. So I will admit I'm wrong, and I'll throw that theory away. So, but it looks to me that they're kind of wheeling that Peter Pan is actually the villain of that story, opposed to Captain Hook. Because the whole animosity feud is actually between Hook and Rumpelstiltskin. They transfer that feud he has with Peter Pan to that. And, so, Peter Pan, he kind of, it almost looks like they're going to make him like this magical villain type of character. And I don't know how that's going to play out, but, I think that's going to be very interesting to see, And I kind of think that, I don't know why. I just have this feeling that Regina and Hook might get together. Because he's lonely, she's lonely, and he's the complete opposite of, Daniel. So I think it's a possibility. Who knows? I'm not ruling it out. One thing I have to say is that they mentioned earlier in the season that they were going to have a cameo of Ariel. Of course, that didn't happen. They mentioned mermaids several times, but they didn't say, Atlantica or, anything else. So, they're teasing us, and I want to see Ariel so badly. So, since we go to Neverland, Neverland is predominantly water, and there's only a little bit of land. It's if you were to ratio it, I would probably say about 90% water, 10% land. I could be wrong on that, but if Ariel were to be in any world, Neverland would make the most sense, because there are a lot of mermaids there, and it's predominantly water. So if they do the Little Mermaid story, it would make sense that she's in Neverland, because in Enchanted Forest, very little water, and when there is, it's just lakes. It's not big enough to have a whole underwater city. So I would love to see Ursula and the Little Mermaid in there, and I don't know if this is kind of a prediction, kind of a theory, that Ariel's guy that she has affections for, instead of him being a prince, I have a feeling it might have been Hook. I know that's a huge, weird thing to throw out there, but I think it might be Hook in the sense that, he doesn't look like traditional version of Hook with the long, crazy hair and the beard and a lot older. He almost looks kind of like Flynn Rider a little bit. And I don't think that was by accident. I think they did that because, I'm not saying he's Flynn Rider, but I'm saying it's a possibility that he may be the one that Ariel had affections for. And I don't know if they're going to have it or happen in the flashbacks, or it's going to happen this time around when he goes to Neverland with everybody else. Either way, I would love to see that story. I would love to see Ariel, swim up on the ship and everything, and that would be great. Was there something else I was going to mention? What was it? Neil. Now, I hope. Oh, this is what I was going to mention. In the finale, everyone was there. Granny, Archie, the charming family. Everyone was there. But did anyone notice there was a certain character that's a background character that wasn't present in the finale at all, in any way, shape, or form, not even mentioned? Some people might know who I'm talking about. And that is Ruby. Where was Ruby during the finale, when the whole town almost exploded? I mean, she hasn't been in the past few episodes. She has not been mentioned, and I kind of am scared that they're going to kill her off, just because they don't know what to do with her character. Because I heard rumors that she might be working on a pilot for another show, and I don't know if that's true or not, but I really hope they don't kill her off just because they don't know what to do with her character. Because, she's a great character, I like the character, but the problem is they focus so much time this season on the new characters they brought in that they didn't know what to do with their remaining characters. Like the whole Dark Rumbell, I think that could have been such a potential great storyline if they knew what to do with it. Like, if they had the foresight that they knew, okay, in the finale of Season 2, we're going to bring Belle's memories back, and she'll be Belle again. Okay, if you're going to do that, then really take advantage of Dark Rumbell and make her where she's really crazy, and she makes him want to push the envelope and do crazy things. But, and then, wipe the slate clean, and then all that stuff never happened. But the thing is, she would remember all the stuff she did as Lacey, so then she would have this inner turmoil in Season 3, and then she has to work out. But, I just love Belle. I love the fact that when she became Belle again, she just was like, she just went right to embracing Rumple, and she was just felt so sorry for him that he lost his son, because she has all the memories that Lacey does. Oh, and that's another thing I was going to mention, about the whole cursed memories thing. I don't think they truly forget their memories of their fairy tale life. I think it's really more of it's suppressed instead of it being forgotten, because when they come back, they have all the memories of their fake person when they come back. So they have both sets of memories when they come back. And then when their fairy tale memories are really just locked up inside, because especially in Season 1, when Archie was trying to do his therapeutic sessions with David Nolan, he triggered his fairy tale memories. So it's a possibility that their memories aren't really forgotten when they in the curse. They're just really suppressed. So there's a lot that's gonna happen in Season 3, and I can't wait for it. And I can't wait to see, Peter Pan possibly being a villain for Season 3. And who knows, maybe Peter Pan will team up with a character like Ursula to, I'm open for anything. I'm open for any possibility at this point, because who knows what's going to happen in Season 3. But it's going to be this constant, torn, we're all in different worlds. Oh, there's one other thing I wanted to mention. Right now in Storybrooke, there's no sheriff and there is no mayor. They're all in Neverland. So there's basically no one running the town. So hopefully when Belle casts a spell, she'll maybe become a temporary mayor, and then hopefully Ruby will become like a temporary sheriff, just so she has screen time and she could actually be not forgotten, so they give her something to do. I think Ruby would make a great deputy, for either David or Emma, because either one of them are always going to be sheriff, so you kind of need some sort of deputy, in charge to take over. So I think Ruby would make a great deputy. That way she has something to do. I know she has the diner, but the Granny could like. I mean, the diner. I don't hate the diner, but I'm just saying they could hand the diner to someone else for the time being and give Ruby deputy responsibility. That way Ruby has something to do, and that way she could really, especially with her wolf tracking abilities, that's the perfect job for her, to be the deputy of the town, to take care of, everybody right now. So I hope that she becomes deputy in Season 3, and I hope I hope Belle, becomes like a somewhat temporary mayor, and I'm so glad she's back as Belle, because I hated Lacey. Oh my goodness, I hated Lacey. So I'm so glad when Belle came back in the finale, I was like jumping for joy. I was like, yes, she's back. Belle is back. I love Belle. They just put her through so much crap. So I'm gonna end it off right here and ask you. I did not have any fan art. I did not have any whatchamacallit. So leave the comments below for a Once Upon a Style for next week.